Hey, what's going on everyone? This video is going to be about parking. Now, I'm not going to cover all aspects of parking in Korea. I'm just going to kind of give a quick generalization and also kind of explain it from a Westerner's point of view. Now, growing up and having driven in the United States for quite a number of years, you follow certain rules. There's certain rules of the road, etiquette, unspoken things. There's just things you just don't do. It's kind of interesting because on the internet, when people park like crazy idiots, they get called out on it. There's that one image of a truck, and then it has the chalk writing around the truck. I think it's like a Walmart parking lot or something, which doesn't surprise me. But and there's just arrows pointing at it, and calling out that this truck is just being a complete jerk, and in the way that he or she is parking. So in Korea, roads are smaller. The roads are much more narrow, and there's just a lot of people there. In Seoul and the whole Seoul metropolitan area combined, there's 25.5 million people. It's the 5th largest city by population in the entire world. So it's a very crowded place. And parking is at a premium. People double park all the time. And also, I think there's kind of this relaxed attitude with driving in Korea, and I guess more specifically with parking. So in Korea, you can pretty much pull over anywhere and park. To a certain extent, most people who have some common sense, they'll pull over, and if it doesn't look like it's a right location for them to pull over, but they're still going to do it anyways, they at least put their emergency blinkers on. That at least tells you that they're considerate. They're letting people know, like, hey, I didn't just park here and disappeared for like 4 hours. I'm actually nearby. I'm probably in the store that I'm parked in front of, and I'll be out in like a minute. And so there's that common courtesy. Now, then again, there's just people who just park wherever they want. They don't care. They'll park on crosswalks. They'll park in the middle of the street. They'll kind of aim for a parking stall, and just as long as maybe half the car is within the boundary box of the parking spot, they're good to go. Because of the double parking, there's a common thing that I think 99% of all cars in Korea have, and it's this little kind of like a plate. It could be anything, but it has the driver's phone number on there. Yeah, and so this is just out there. Your cell phone number is out for the public to see. Now, in the United States, you would not see this. People are very concerned about their privacy. They don't want strangers calling them and all this other stuff. So here in Korea, it's pretty lax. So if you're kind of like double parked or you're blocking somebody in, which happens all the time, so if you're trying to go somewhere and there's a car blocking your way, or if you're parked and then someone's parked in front of your parking spot so you can't get out of your stall, all you have to do is just call the number and tell the driver like, hey, you're blocking me in, can you just come down real quick and move the car? If not, you know, you can tow the car. But there is another thing that a lot of Koreans do. It's where they put their car in neutral. So they put the gear into neutral, so that way if there's some kind of a situation where they're calling and calling and calling and no one picks up, and you have to go, and you can just push the car will roll out of the way. And this is a very, very common practice here in Korea. Now it's kind of funny because there's a lot of illegal parking happening every day, all the time in Korea. People tend to take the law as a suggestion, not as like an actual law. Like, oh yeah, I shouldn't park on the crosswalk, I shouldn't park on sidewalks where pedestrians walk. But to them, that's just a suggestion. I shouldn't do that, but I'm going to go ahead and do it anyways. Now, not all Koreans do this, but you know, like I said, it is a huge city. There's a lot of people here, so this is kind of the best way that people have come to, I guess, manage and live with each other with vehicles and in tight spaces. Anyway, so I just wanted to make this video, share that with you guys, and just kind of give you an example of some ridiculous parking situations that I encounter every day while walking to school or riding my bike around or just traveling around the city. There's just people parking wherever they want. And it's just part of Korean culture, and hopefully people start, you know, learning that, hey, I shouldn't do this, but then again, it is Korea, and you kind of just got to roll with the punches. And you know, for a foreigner, it is kind of a culture shock to see these kind of things. But I guess if you were born and raised here, it's so common. It's just like brushing your teeth in the morning and going to school or whatever. It's just a part of daily life. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any comments or questions, leave them down below. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!